What is up, guys? Welcome back. Today we're going to be discussing what's in our Disney bag and also what we pack to help stay safe in this age of COVID. So every Disney day is a little different, especially for us. We don't always go and do like a full day, or we don't always go and stay on property. Sometimes we're there for a couple hours, or sometimes we are there for a couple days, whether it's a race weekend or just a vacation. So we do have a couple different bags each, and we'll tell you kind of why we like these bags and when we may use this opposed to a different bag.
We'll start off with the actual bags we use. I have a couple different bags that I like to use if I am bringing our camera, or if Lake is bringing like a big backpack. Sometimes I'll just use my little side Dooney. Lake got this for me a few years ago and I use it all the time. It's just a little wallet-sized bag. You can fit a pair of sunglasses, you can fit whatever little things you need, and it's really easy to like grab in and out of bags. So this is one that I like to use. If I'm not bringing a camera, I need a little more room. I really like this old Vera Bradley bag I got probably like 6 or 7 years ago now. It was one of their little collaborations that they did, so it actually has like Mickey Mouse on it. But this little guy has like ginormous pockets and you can fit so much in here. I sometimes in the winter will like fold up a sweater or a raincoat and that fits in here. So this is a really nice one that I like a lot.
So I have 3 different bags that I'll talk about real quick. First bag is the one I've been using more recently. This is actually a bag that was bought, I believe, at Disney's store. And you can see it's got these cute little Mickeys on it here. There we go. It's just a real basic 2-pocket bag. You have the big pocket and it's got like a laptop sleeve. And then also the smaller pocket, which is great for like your phone charger, things like that. Just a really basic bag if I need to carry a lot of stuff with us.
Yeah, you can fit a lot of things in those basic, kind of school backpacks.
The second bag I have, I don't use as much anymore because I used it so much it started to rip. But this is probably my favorite like Disney or day bag I've ever had. It's just this like cute satchel, old school style bag. It's got one big pocket and it's not like a huge bag, but I like that because it doesn't get super heavy then. It was usually just big enough to carry like my water bottle. I could put my phone charger in it, and it's got this nice front pocket. But what I really love about this bag is it actually has a zipper pocket that goes on the back part. This bag was super great for traveling. Maybe if you were gonna go like out of the country. Yeah, this bag was great when we were in Italy, especially when you go to places like Rome. They tell you to look out for pickpockets.
Yeah, and it can be like really crowded and stuff, so.
Yeah, so this is great because you can put your wallet in this. It's zipped shut, and then it's actually on your back, so it's not anywhere that someone could try to reach in. And then this has clips that close, but it also has a zipper as well.
I got this for like as a gift, and I'm pretty sure I got it on Overstock.
If I can find this or something similar, I will link it below. Again, this was my favorite bag for Disney and favorite bag like overall too.
Yeah,
I loved this.
And you've had it for like what, 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, I used this religiously for years until it started ripping kind of down here, but it definitely got its worth.
We can sew that.
And then the last bags we're going to talk about is actually our camera bags. So hers is actually an old Calamart bag. This was originally my dad's bag back when he was using like a film camera. And it was just like the perfect size for her camera opposed to the bag that came with yours, which is a little bulky.
The bag that came with it is kind of your like stereotypical Nikon camera bag, and it is bulky and it doesn't travel as well as this one does. This one has a really nice crossbody and a lot of like really conveniently placed pockets.
Yeah, this is something I just recently got. This is a Hex brand mini sling bag. And this bag is super awesome. I like this even just for regular carry at Disney. It's got one big pocket that usually fits my camera, and it can fit an extra lens, and usually I'll put my battery charger and that sort of thing in here. And it's got a front pocket, which is great for keys and kind of little bits. My wallet, typically SD cards and that sort of stuff go in here. And it's even got an extra like padded front pocket, so you could put like lens filters in there. This bag is so great. It's small, so you can't bring like a whole kit. It actually probably wouldn't even fit her camera in it. I have a mirrorless M6 Mark II from Canon, and it fits that perfectly. But what I love about this too is the way you can wear it is super versatile. So first off, you could wear it just like as a traditional fanny pack. Now it's not gonna be tight enough for that, but it would work like that. You can get it tight enough if that's the way you want to wear it. It would be super easy to get to. The way I tend to wear it is as it's designed as a sling bag. So you can put it over your front here, and if you need to get anything out of it, you just go and grab what you need, and then you actually just pull it back, and it's like a little mini backpack. I really like this bag. I've used it a couple times now, like walking around Disney, especially when we're going to do like photos or video, and it's like my new favorite thing.
Yep, and I like the clip to release is really nice too.
Yep. Yeah. So I can just...
It's our wall. Kind of similar to his. This bag, I really only use the middle part for the actual camera and lenses and accessories, so I have 2 additional pockets that I could stick in sunglasses, you know, all the little things we're about to show you.
So now we're going to talk about what we are actually putting in these bags. Now this has certainly changed a little bit since the parks have reopened, so we'll highlight that. Most of it will be pretty standard stuff that you would have guessed we would have packed. I do have 1 or 2 things that might be a little different, some different ideas for you when you're thinking about how to pack smart in this kind of post-COVID age.
Yep. The first thing I'm going to say is actually something I don't have with us because we need to go buy more, but sunscreen. It's something that we actually tend to forget sometimes, I think because we're local and we don't think about like wearing sunscreen every single day, but you definitely should.
She gets sunburned.
I get very, very easily sunburnt, and sometimes when we head to Disney, I'm not thinking about that I'm going to be outside all day because normally I don't spend much time outside. Make sure you have a little travel tube of sunscreen. PSA, you don't want to spend your second day at Disney with sunburn.
First thing I'm going to talk about is these. These are our mobile chargers. We actually have like 4 or 5 right now. We have some that are bigger than this that are great for like longer travel, and they'll charge laptop. These are the 2 that we typically bring to the parks with us. These are both Anchor brand. It's typically the only brand of these chargers I'll buy because this one we've had for 5 or 6 years now, and it is still going strong. It charges fully still. It does great all day in the park. This is, I think, 10,060 milliamps, somewhere in there. I'll link both of these down below. This will usually charge one of our phones all day, no problem. This one is a little bit bigger. This is 20,000 milliamps, and this is a PowerCore 2. Basically, it's just a smart charger, so it'll charge your phone a little bit faster comparatively to this one. They both work great. They work all day for us in the park. I think we rarely ever run out unless we're like filming or something on our phones all day. Along with that, make sure you have an appropriately length charger. I like something that's like 3 feet long like this, because then if you're wearing a backpack, you can kind of have the charger in your backpack opposed to hanging out of your pocket, and then you can charge your phone and slip it in and out of your pocket. Just something to consider if you're trying to pack like a 10-foot long cord that may cause you issues down the line.
So one thing I try to always remember, sometimes I'm better at it than others, but an umbrella or even a rain jacket or a poncho. Florida is infamous for little afternoon rain showers, especially as you get more into the summer months. These are really handy, especially if you're stuck somewhere and you want to try to get somewhere else without getting completely drenched. An umbrella is great. Rain jackets are also really nice, especially because you can use them if you just get a little chilled.
Now these are more vlogging or recording specific, but I really love these 2 things because they are small and they have come in handy so many times. This is a little like tripod, and it's great for just like phones. It will actually hold my camera because I do have a smaller mirrorless camera. But it's great if you're like at a table or something and you want to film yourself without doing the whole selfie filming, or maybe you want to like stand somewhere. We've actually put this on like ledges at resorts and then done our reviews from just standing there. And this is great, super small, super convenient. And this is just one of those little phone holders. This is specifically Ulanzi, which makes a lot of different like camera equipment, but I like this one because I have a Galaxy S9 Plus with an OtterBox, so it's like 4.5 inches. So some of those like little spring-loaded ones, I've actually broken, I think 2 of them, trying to squeeze it into my phone. And this one actually has a screw, and you can extend it like all the way out and then screw it down. So I've never had an issue holding my phone. It also has a cold shoe mount on it if you wanted to get like an extra microphone for your camera. So that's also really useful.
This is really great if you are going on like a family vacation and you want to set up some pictures to take of yourselves and things like that. It just kind of helps, you know, hold your phone up so you don't have to rely on like the stranger walking by to take your picture. Another thing we like to bring are reusable metal straws. We got these on Amazon as a Christmas stocking stuffer a few years ago, and Disney has moved towards not using plastic straws in their park. So if you order a drink that needs a straw, you'll get a paper straw, which for some drinks are completely fine, but for some things it's really hard to drink out of paper straws. Like
Joffrey's cappuccino.
Yeah, the Joffrey's frozen cappuccino or smoothies. If you went to Starbucks and got a frappuccino, I imagine that would be really hard too. So these nice metal straws are extendable. They work a little bit better. They come with extendable cleaners that fit right in there, so you can go into to a water fountain or, you know, a sink at one of the quick service and clean them out. And they have nice little carabiners so you can hook them to your bags or stick them in your pocket. But definitely a great little thing to have with you that makes drinking a little bit easier.
So of course, can't go to Disney without a magic band, or really you can now. You can use your cards, but we tend to bring them. I don't always wear it. A lot of times I may actually just like wrap it around the strap of one of my bags and then just pull it.
This is a typical thing that I would do, is wrap it around my crossbody and then you can just move it up. You can also buy at Disney little carabiners that fit the little fob part where is what you actually need for the magic band to work, and the carabiner just hooks right onto whatever bag you want. You can put it on the lanyard. It's really pretty easy.
The little fobs are actually really nice because you can always just leave one on your Disney bag, and then you know that you always have one with you, so that's always convenient. Just something to always remember to pack, your magic band. Super handy.
Yes, and if you're local, we tend to try to leave one in our car or leave one in our bag, because if we randomly want to go to Disney, we don't have to go grab a magic band from somewhere. This might be, more for the female audience or a certain, not everyone who's watching, but I wear makeup, and I usually don't wear a full face of makeup to the park, especially in July, because it's very hot and you'll sweat it all off. But I do like to bring makeup remover wipes in case I do start to drip and I just want to take something off. Pre-COVID, I tended to wear a lot more lipstick to the parks than I do now. Now, obviously, most of the time you're covering your face with a mask, but finding a good long-lasting lipstick is always very important to me. And so this is Wet n Wild Mega Last I recently found, and it works really well, and it's $1, so that's a good one that I like to wear. Another thing for our friends with long hair, my hair's getting long again, I like to stick a little clip in there because once it starts to get sweaty, I want to pull my hair out. So having one of these is always good, or a ponytail holder. Sunglasses, you should bring sunglasses, otherwise you can steal your husband's, but he doesn't like it.
Yep, so sunglasses or a hat works. I don't always bring my sunglasses just because I have to bring the whole case then. But that or a hat is always good to have. It's Florida, it's sunny,
yes.
You get it. So now we're gonna get into kind of our COVID kit stuff. Again, most of this is pretty straightforward. It's what most people think to pack. Masks and extra masks, I think, is a big one. I tend to bring usually 2 to 3 with me when I'm going into the park. And I specifically really like the Sweaty Bands brand one. Now, if you've done Run Disney, you've seen them at events. They typically have a booth at the expo. And after COVID started, they started making masks, and they are my favorite ones that we have. I have 2 for work. I have this one here, which is what I typically wear in the parks. But they've been awesome. They don't tend to slip down or anything. And I would always recommend 2 or 3 with you, because if you get halfway through the day and it's hot out and you're sweating, it's really nice to be able to switch it out and have a fresh one. And usually I'll just tie these off into the side of my bag, so they're kind of just dangling on the side, and I'll just switch off whenever I need.
I'm sure by now people have found the masks they like and the types of fabric fabrics they like. I always, along with bringing a couple of masks with you, I would recommend trying to bring a couple of masks of different fabric with you, because if you're not used to being outside with your mask, you may discover that something that works for you well, like in the grocery store, doesn't work as well when you're in the sun. So these are a little like thicker, silky. I have some that are like cotton that I like. And then if you have paper masks, maybe throw some of those in there because you may want, you know, a little thin, something a little thinner. So I would say bring multiple and bring multiple kinds.
If you plan on going on any water attractions, the disposable masks are a good idea because if they get wet, you can just toss them.
The other thing that's really great to bring with you is little bottles of hand sanitizer. I have one that I keep on this is like my everyday wallet, and I just keep one hooked to my wallet, so I always have it with me. Disney is really great about having hand sanitizer all over the place, but I mean, this just gives you another quick option that's right there.
Yeah, and I have found occasionally at the end of rides, sometimes that hand sanitizer will be out because that is just the one that people tend to go to right after they get off an attraction. So just something to keep in mind, always great to have for your own hand.
Another thing that I don't have on the table that I would recommend that I noticed the last time we went to Disney during COVID when I was using a lot of hand sanitizer is it makes your hands really dry, so maybe a little bottle of lotion would be good to stick in your bag. And then also I would recommend, just as you have a chance throughout the day, going and doing a real hand wash every so often.
Usually I would recommend a reusable bottle. These are both Tervises that we've gotten at Disney. This one is a metal one that we got at Epcot, and that is one from the Princess Half Marathon that is plastic. Now they are tending to move towards these metal ones. I love it. I actually use it every day at work just because it's easy for me to refill the bottle all day. However, it's not as easy now to refill it at Disney, especially if you're trying to play it safe. Maybe you don't want to go into the quick service restaurants just to try to get a cup of water. And it can be more difficult because they're moving towards the mobile ordering, all of that. So one thing I would recommend is actually bringing some plastic water bottles.
Normally we wouldn't really recommend using the plastic, but right now I think it's the way to go about it.
Yeah, so a plastic water bottle or 2 plastic water bottles or even 3, just so that you're prepared for the day. It does make it super easy to have it all on hand. However, it does get a little bit heavier when you're carrying a bunch of water bottles, especially if you're trying to carry it around for your whole family. Now, you may also want to try to pack your own snacks if you're not someone who wants to snack in the park. We tend to like to go and get our favorite snacks when we're getting hungry. Just because I think a lot of what we do is we tend to go and eat.
We like to eat Disney food, but if you're not there to eat food, throw in some granola bars, gummy snacks, little applesauce pouches. I mean, there's so many good options that'll hold up well in the bag.
So something you may not want to consider bringing now is your pin lanyard. Now they are still doing pin trading in the parks with cast members. It is a lot more limited. They actually do like you deposit your pin inside a box and then you can pick one pin off of the board. Most parks may have like 5 or 6 boards out, but they may not all be out right now, and they are heavily discouraging any sort of like person-to-person trading. While normally we would say, yeah, bring your pins, do some pin trading, right now I may actually discourage it. All right guys, that's all we got for you. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, all of that fun stuff, and let us know what are your top 3 essentials for your Disney bag, whether it be your hand sanitizer, your phone charger, or maybe your own water bottle. Comment below and share it with us, and thanks so much for watching guys. See ya.
Bye.